Someone I know got a letter from their ISP last year, not a bill, a warning. It said they'd been detected downloading copyrighted content, and if it happened again, their service could be terminated. Well, they had no idea anyone was watching. Real quick, links in the description if you want to look into this before we go further. But now here's the most thing people get wrong. Torrenting itself is not illegal. The technology is completely legal. What gets people in trouble is what they torrent. Copyrighted movies, software, games, that's where the line is. And the moment you download one of those files, your IP address is visible to everyone in that torrent swarm, including people who are specifically there to log it. So your ISP can see this too? Yes, and they do. Your ISP can see that you're using BitTorrent, what time you connected, and roughly how much data moved. They don't need to crack encryption to know something is happening. The traffic pattern alone, that's enough. But here's where it gets more complicated than most people realize. You see, copyright holders, usually through third-party monitoring firms, actively join torrent swarms. They log IP addresses, then they send what's called a DMCA notice to your ISP. Your ISP is legally required to forward it to you. That's the letter. Most people stop there and think they got away with it, but the notice is also a paper trail. So what actually happens if you do keep going? Well, in most countries, the first few notices are warnings, but after that, ISPs can throttle your connection, suspend your account, or in serious cases, hand over your details to a rights holder pursuing legal action. Now, in the US, lawsuits against individual torrenters are rare, but they do happen. Settlements typically run between $750 to $30,000 per file under the DMCA, and that is not a typo. That's a lot of money. And this is the part most people skip over entirely here. And even if you never get sued, your ISP is building a record. Every notice gets logged. And in some countries, 3-strike laws mean your account gets terminated automatically after the 3rd complaint. No court, no warning, just gone. So is there actually a way to torrent without any of this happening? Yes. And it comes down to one simple thing. Your IP address needs to be hidden before you join a swarm. That's it. Simple. If the monitoring firms log an IP, it needs to be a VPN server's IP, not yours. No real IP, no DMCA notice, no letter, no record. The VPN I use for this is NordVPN. The reason it works specifically for torrenting is not just that it hides your IP, but it has P2P optimized servers built for torrent traffic. A kill switch that cuts your internet the moment the VPN drops, so your real IP is never exposed even for a second. And as that no logs policy that's been independently audited multiple times, so even if someone comes asking, there's nothing for them to hand over. It also has threat protection built in, which blocks malware and infected files while you're downloading. It's perfect for torrenting. And that matters a lot because a lot of torrent files are not what they say they are. So if you want a second option, that's lighter on the wallet, and then Surfshark does the same core job. P2P allowed on all servers, kill switch, audited no logs policy, and unlimited simultaneous connections, so you can actually cover every device at once. But here's the verdict. Torrenting is legal. Torrenting copyrighted content is not. And the mechanism that gets people caught is their IP address sitting exposed in a public swarm while monitoring firms write it down. A VPN with a kill switch and a verified no logs policy removes that exposure entirely. If you're interested in Nord, you can get it for 74% off plus 3 free months with the link in the description or by scanning that QR code on the screen. And for Surfshark, use the link below as well for 60% off and 3 free months. So the letter my friend got, well, he's using NordVPN now. Hasn't heard from his ISP since.